So, in this part of our topic two, we're going to focus on use of some mathematical applications in HR as well as in economics. So let's start and see. Whether you pursue a career in human resource management or economics or some other fields, the issue of gross earning, income taxes, and indices remains important both professionally and personally. Income tax is a personal as well as a professional topic for every one of us. Whether you are doing business, you are doing job or some professional services, in everywhere you have to pay the income tax. So for that reason what you need to calculate your gross earning, and then you calculate your net income income tax on that gross earnings. And indices we normally use when we want to see the a composite impact of something. Like most commonly we use the indices like a CPI, consumer price index. So it's a imaginary basket of goods and services an ordinary person needs. And Statistics Canada calculate the price of those baskets every after every month or after every quarter and after every year, and then take the price change or percentage change of this basket of goods and services. And this percentage change is reflecting in a way like that how much the prices are increasing, but that's going to give us a general idea, because in real life if the prices are increasing as well as decreasing. So we see here that indices are remain important, and some other indices like a very important one in our lives are the stock exchange index. So the chapter remains some of the basic mathematical concepts involved in these calculations like a gross earning, personal income tax, and indices. So gross earning is the amount of money earned before any deduction from your paycheck. The four most common methods of employees' remunerations includes the first one is a salary that everyone is getting a very fixed amount every fortnightly after every 2 weeks or and then there are some people who are earning their wages based on hours, how many hours they work, so hourly wages. And then there is some commission based payments, like someone is getting a commission on how much sales they are making. Piecework is also another example like that, in which we see that the remuneration is calculated on the basis of how much the output produced by the employee. So, Lar earns an annual salary of 60,000, determining his gross earning per day period under which of the following payment techniques. So, how we can do this? We see that it's easy to determine this. Um, like if we want to calculate it, this person's income, which is 60,000 per annum, on monthly basis, what we have to do, we divide this 60,000, we divide this 60,000 with the 12, and by this way we get it like 5,000 per month. If we want to find out semi-annually, so we divided this 60,000 with 24, and we get it like 2,500. If we want to find out bi-weekly, then we have to divide this 60,000 with 52 and then multiply by 2. So every and weekly is going to be 60,000 divided by 52, so that is going to be his weekly, or we can say weekly income for that person. Yeah, so that's you can calculate it by yours. So a worker earning 13 point per hour our work 47 hours in the first week and 42 hours in the second week. What are his total bi-weekly earning if his regular work week is 40 hours and all overtime is paid 1.5 times his regular salary? So here we are trying to calculate the earning of a person who works for 2 weeks. Now for first week how much hours he is working? 47, but we know that 40 is going to be a regular hours and 7 is going to be at the rate of 1.4. So sorry, what we can do is that is 40 into 13.66, and that's for 1 week, multiply by 2, that is going to be 2 week. And we can use Excel or calculator to do this calculation. I can do it here. So what we have to do, you have to multiply 40 into 13.66, and we further multiply by 2 so that we can get it for 2 weeks, and that is going to be 0 1092.8. And how many hours he worked as a overtime? 7 hours in the first week and 2 hours in the second week. So that's what we can say, that it's going to be work for 9 hours. And what is the rate? 13.66. And then what we can do is we multiply this with 1.5. So that is going to his overtime. So it's a 184.41, and if we sum these two together, we get it. This 1277.21 is the income for that. Adolfo packs food in cans on a production line. He is paid a minimum wage of 9.10 per hour and earns 0.09 for every can packed. If Adolfo managed to average 160 cans per hour, what are his total gross earning daily on an 8 hour? So very simple for this. 8 multiplied by 9.10, that is a fixed, or a we can say it is it's a base salary, and it is $72 and 80 cents. And for the piece rate, he's gonna make 160 into 8 into 0.09. So we can say 160 into 8 into 0.09. So we see it's going to be 115.20. So overall this Adolfo is earning 188. So then we have a personal tax, and personal tax is a tax on gross earnings levied by both the federal and the provincial government. All of the, or territorial, because in Canada we have 3 territories as well, like not the provinces but territories. All of the Canada uses a progressive tax system in which the tax rate increases as the amount of income increases. However, the increased tax rate apply only to income amount about minimum threshold. So the federal and the provincial territorial government offers a basic personal amount, which is the amount of income for which the wage earner is granted a tax exemption. So that's the way. So for 2022, like which we just finished the tax assessment, and in June or July, the CRA finished their tax assessments for most of the individuals. So we see here that how we work, that 15% tax we're going to apply on this amount, and any income over and about the 50,197 but lower than 103.92 is going to be taxed with 20.5%. And similarly, if the income is more than 100,392 but less than 155,625, so we can gonna tax it 26. It's these rates 26, 29, 30 is not gonna apply on the whole amount. It is gonna apply only on the amount which is marginal over the above the last bracket income, like a last bracket income. So person suppose an employee earns 111,300 in gross taxable income. Calculate the federal income tax. So how we can do this? We apply 15% point 0.15. So we can write it like this. We can apply 15% on 50,000 and 197, so which is going to be 0.15 into 50,000, 197. So that is 7,529.55. Now this person has an income over and above this bracket, so up till this bracket the person has to pay 20.5, sorry. So 100,000, 392, and on which we have to apply 20.5%. So how much tax we can get it? So 20,580.36, and then the remaining amount, which is 11,300 minus 139.2, and for which we have to apply the rate, which is 26%. 26%. So we can write it like this. So we get it 2,836.08. So if we sum up, so we get it this tax of 30,945.99. So this is our total tax for this person. Indices is a number used to compare two quantities sharing same characteristics as measured under different circumstances. Usually the comparison involves two different points of time. So two quantities are expressed as a rate of one another and are then converted to an index number using a base value as 100 or a 1000. The result is called an index number, which expresses the relationship between the two quantities. In Regina, a 4-liter bag of 2% milk has an average price of 3.71. Prices in Toronto and Montreal are 4.55 and 3.44 respectively. Calculate an index of these prices using Regina as a base year. So how we can see that? So it means the Regina 3.71 divided by 3.71 into 100. This is for Regina, which is 100. The index has a 100 value. For Toronto, it is going to be 4.55 over 3.71 into 100. That is going for Montreal. That is going for Toronto, and for Montreal, 5.40 over 3.71 into 100. That is going to be for Montreal. So we can see here like 4.55 divided by 3.71. So it's going to be 122.64, 122.64. So as compared to 100, it's a 122, or we can say that 22.64% price is higher in Toronto as compared to Regina, and we see how much is in Montreal. So in Montreal, it is 145.55, or we can say simply 45.55% higher than Regina, and this is 22.64% in Toronto as compared to Regina. So this is the second part. We have a third part as well, in which we're going to talk about some other stuffs related to business mathematics. So stay tuned and see you.